Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah,
Okay,
good. How are you, sir?
great. I know you were waiting long for evening. I'm extremely sorry I got trapped somewhere with the traffic. Got late, but somehow I just managed to have this session today evening. I hope you all guys are excited to have this.
Yes, very much. Yes,
Yes.
very much.
Great,
Yes,
great.
Yes.
So it's all efforts of
yes, yes.
Deepa who is actually she has convinced me to get this session for you. And I know it's a need of our hour with this extreme
Mm.
volatile movement having in this market currently. So a lot of things to learn going forward. I hope a lot of people are attending this and take this session on a serious mode and practice this at home to have a wonderful profit year ahead. Okay. So we'll start this session, and I hope you will listen it very carefully, and we can have one question after this, say for 10-15 minutes. If you guys are not sleeping, tomorrow it's Sunday, so you can have a good sleep as well. Give some time to your family. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
great, great. So my voice is clear to everyone, right?
Yeah,
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so there is a myth that you should not trade, and intraday trading is big no-no. Okay, so this factor is basically, structured on the theme of leverage. Okay, all those people who believe to build a castle in a day. So intraday trading is nothing more than a discipline. Okay, I take this as a 70% discipline and a 30% practice. I need you all to just mute yourselves because you'll feel a disturbance and that will actually break the momentum. Thank you so much. Okay, so as I said that this is more of a discipline, and when guys, I need mute, please. Okay. Okay, so when I talk about discipline, that means that we are following few rules, and rules are generally made by ourselves. And everybody, every trader on this world and in this planet, they have their own set of rules, and the rules are made individually, structured on the roles of their own behavior. Okay, when I'm saying on their own behavior, that means that every person has its own capability, ability to take things on emotional perspective, and they move accordingly, they behave accordingly, and that's where there is a swing, and that's where we have different set of traders. We have speculators, we have arbitragers, or speculators can take big losses, take okay, they are big on winning side as well. Arbitragers, they just want to have that differences because they cannot see the losses, but they're happy with the smaller profits, and they are the people who actually believe in saving accounts, and they gradually move on to markets. Then we have movers, okay, the big junkers, the scalpers, okay, the jobbers. So there are a lot of people, they're set on their own behavior, and they make their own set of rules. Okay, so during my last so many years into this market, I personally count myself as a scalper because I am not a positional taker on the side. I don't bet for long. The reason being that probably I believe that markets are usually in a trend, say for a particular period, then a consolidation, then distribution. So there are a few phases which we can actually pan it over a period of time. When I say few phases, I can recall the period of Modi getting into the government, central government, 2014. There was a sharp uptrend. Then we have seen consolidation and a kind of trust over say 2-3 years. We have seen a good move in 2017. where every mid cap, every small cap performed well and filled the pockets of all mutual fund guys, fund managers across the world. We have seen 2018, which I've already told you. You can check that on a trading terminology page, YouTube. It's available, and we have already declared that in January 2018 that 2018 is going to big lose for all those investors and good for traders. Why I predicted that? Because I knew that the markets are actually hovering at 29 PE multiples, and it's highly overvalued. At the same time, government has levied taxes on capital gain 10% on the increase post January 31st. So that was the first time that profit booking was there on the cards, and we have seen a sharp fall in all those mid caps and small caps. So the first and foremost idea is to choose a trend. Where are we going this year? Is this year of consolidation? Is this year that we are going to get some distribution and big sell, or where are we heading? So when I talk about this, I say that we are talking about trend. When we talk about trend, it's not only about 6 months, 1 year, 5 years down the line. I say the trend on a particular day. Okay, so that we can see over weekend graph, you can see how the trend is behaving. So since it's a volatile days going in a political, instability kind of thing, with a fight between Congress and BJP. So we've seen 100-point move, and now the exit poll is showing Congress favors, so probably 100 points negative again. But see, overall trend, if we see overall trend remains very good. We are buyer, but at the same time, when we say short term, we're talking about some 7 days. We're talking about a month's time. We're talking about intraday. So since this theme is totally based on intraday, that means we are a pure jobbers. Okay, we are pure scalpers, and we love to buy all those oversold positions which turn into our favor. But at the same time, we would like to put that stop loss if we are actually on the wrong side. So it is something. The first and foremost thing which you have to write down on your paper is, number one, that if you're doing that 10 trades, every trade is not a probability that you're thinking in your mind. Okay, so what we want is, we want everything should be rule based. It should be done on system, by the system, and we believe that the system or the policy, or uh, you know the, uh, the formula which we have created, it's good to go. We have tested it, we have back tested it, and we see that the probability of winning that formula is 7 to 8 times, or maybe 6 times. We are a profitable trader. Okay, so there are many strategies, and just believe me, it keeps on changing with the time, and it never remains same, because there are a lot of big manipulators. Okay, they're controlling the markets, and they can sense the formulas, the machines, what they are doing, and what a normal public can sense from the market. They trade exactly against that, because they have the system, they have open interest analysis, they can actually move the people. And it's not about sensing what is true in the market. It's about with the system. Okay, I'll show you. You must have noticed Muthoot Finance movement. We have seen results a day before yesterday. It was trading at 450, 460 odd levels. The result was at par, not above the expectation, but very good. The moment there was, we'll see at the chart that it was a good consolidation over weekends time. Okay, at the top, it seems as if it is about to break towards 500. During the result, it went down to 393, 390 odd levels, and today it is standing. The next day it is standing at 470, 480 odd levels. So it becomes very tricky if you're trapped on a single side, if you're not putting a stop loss. But it becomes very good when you're selling at correct levels with your stop loss, and you're buying at correct levels with your stop loss. That will give you a big trend. Okay, it doesn't affect if you lose 2 or 3 trades, because the one trade which gives you a good positive momentum will cover your loss as well and give you good profits. Okay, so we have just 30 slides to go forward, and this is well prepared by Deepa. Thanks to her, and she just took out time for you guys, and we will just keep on rolling gradually and try to understand what this intraday trading is all about, and we will surely discuss few strategies. But just believe me, if you stay with the system, okay, you stay with this trading terminology. We started this 2 years back, and we believe that we'll try to change this trading system. We'll try to help everyone to get this money out of this market. All those people who are really rule based, all those people who are honest to actually get this system in their minds, and that's what we thought of. And thanks to all efforts, all I thank all my members here. I thank Deepa. We are 1500 plus. And we would request you guys to share this trading terminology channel to all other people who are really in need to understand the system, and it's totally for you guys, and we need all your support. Okay, we'll just move forward. Okay, that's the new thing. I would like to take this forward. Okay, trading terminology presents Gurukul, your personal trading coach. This is something very new because we have found that sharing ideas in the group, it's something few guys are really beginner. They don't even understand what is the basic formulation on alphabetical understanding of this technical course. Okay, what are basically RSI or the crossovers, or how to actually do this, what are divergences, a lot of things. Okay, so we have just tried to help you out, and this will certainly help you because there are few courses which are really on the basic side, but they're the courses, they're actually good advanced professional level setups. When all those people who really want to get into this, they can actually move forward. At the same time, would like to introduce you with few programs that we are into. Okay, so to start with, if technical and fundamental analysis, it will certainly help you with a basic thing. Okay, and it is something for the people who are taking markets as a secondary thing, as an investment, but it will certainly help you to get you at the good entry points, and to understand the market is it is overvalued or undervalued. E-learning, Deepa has helped you a lot with this. You can get this on our blog as well. There are a lot of books who people would like to understand. So it is all about reading. We have been focusing on groups that at least give some at least 1 to 2 hours a day, in the morning or in the evening. It is something which is for you itself, and nobody else is going to support you always. It's good to have your own mind. Okay, this is the real world, and if you are educating yourself, you're helping yourself. Okay, and there's lot more to go, because it's never ending. And believe me that I am still going forward. I'm still learning. I'm still learning from all those international traders. They are really good to create new formulas with new markets, and it is always a learning process. Okay, we have live webinars. This is all free for you guys, and we just try to attempt it to help you. And just feel free to put all those questions in the group, and that's what we expect from you, that you keep asking whatever whatever you have in your mind, which is stopping you to get this into a professional trading room. Okay, so rule based activities. Deepa, she is making really a good effort to share all those ideas from all those professional traders and what they believe. And if you just put a mark that every day you just try to adapt one rule, from all those successful professional traders, your mind, your mentality, your psychology will certainly change. Okay, it's only that we internally don't attempt ourselves to take whatever we feel cozy about. We don't go out of that cozy environment. We need to struggle, with ourselves. Okay, and then only we attempt to go out and try some uh, different setups, and then we try to actually build in a few new rules which change our life. So idea is to do at least uh, one new rule or one new activity which changes or improvise you to the previous your previous setup or your previous rules. So I think there's a lot of things which we have been sharing in the group, and it's all about being honest to all those ideas and accepting that the successful people are they've really done hard work in their life, and they were true to their lives, and that's how they change, and the change is visible only when you are ready internally. Okay. Okay, some financial solutions that we do. We are into cash and derivatives, wealth advisory, portfolio management, and you can certainly knock deeper on it. We do in unlisted shares as well, pre-IPO investments, private equity, then NSE, BSE platform, any listing, underwriting, okay, mergers, we do it, valuation and fundraising. This was something about us which you can really knock onto numbers, and we're gonna help you out. Coming back to intraday, beginning module, we'll just try to pinpoint few important words which should actually connect into your mind. And the session will cover experience. The strategies discussed in this session are a result of persistent study of stock market, of readily available data, not so readily available content over the years by us. We are evolving and will continue to evolve in times to come. Understanding about the market, they're tried and trusted strategies too, which we'll discuss, and proven profitable in a long period of time. So when I say that proven and profitable in long period of time, that means that if we are doing 10 trades or 20 or 30 or 50 trades, our probability or the winning percentage should be 60% plus. Okay, so that's fairly very good. We don't need to be correct at 100%. We don't predict the market, but we just try to follow a profitable strategy which has a track record, tested, and we can believe in some system. Okay, certainly have to believe in one system. We cannot just toss the coin every day that it's a buy or sell. We cannot say that market's gonna go do this or that. Nobody is correct. We have been watching in television. There are a lot of television analysts sitting there. They are not 100% right. You name it. I mean, I have seen, you have seen. We understand that nobody can actually win all the trades. It's all about following a particular theme, and that theme is, if 60 or 65% correct, that means we are winner at the end of the day, and that's where we'll be taking money. Okay, we don't mean these strategies will work with every trader, every time, in every market. Connect with market based on your risk profile and psychology. So when I say risk profile, it's really very important word. Okay, risk profile. So people just want to actually cover. I receive loads of messages that they lost many trades, but they want to cover, help them out. See, believe me, I mean, if you lost 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, or 50 lakhs. Okay, it's what that you have betted on. So I'll show you a few examples down the slides. All those people who have betted the market, they have lost. We are not betting. Okay, so risk is something that you should trade in a controlled way. You should not feel a guilt if you lose. Okay, at the same time, if you are winning, you should not feel happy about it. So that's where taking emotions out. So I mean, at the end of the day, You should not attempt that should disturb your mind. Your attempt should be limited and well controlled. So I mean, if you lose also, you should have that money that you should trade back. Okay. We won't be responsible for any financial loss caused by following strategies, ideas shared here. If these ideas are used, the sole responsibility of any financial gain or loss is of reader and executor. This material will not be fruitful for slow-minded traders or the one who is emotionally weak at heart. Why are we saying this? The reason is clearly simple. Okay. So if you are slow from your mind, if you're not ready to take that risk, okay, if you're not ready to take loss, you are not prepared to do the intraday trading. Okay. Be happy to trade, be happy to take losses. At the same time, just be okay, okay, satisfactory to the winning trade as well, and remain into the system. One who is unaware about himself and how he act or react at the time of his success and failure. One who is lazy to adapt with current market scenario, inconsistent in matching his words with action. One who sees more what is happening in outer world and hardly look inward to make the progress. Key elements in the arena of short-term trading: be quick to ascertain the change and proactive enough to adapt with the change. This is something which I am. So all those guys who have system in place, they can check Muthoot Finance. Point number two on the learning sense. Huge volatility, huge variance in derivatives and cash market difference. Uh, Huge control over OI on open interest manipulation on put call and put option. So you really need to change with the system. If you, if say suppose that, I mean, you were on a positive side when results were good. If you were not quick enough to trade your reverse thing, I mean, the broken average was to say 435, and from there it was not sustaining, and that's where you would have shorted your position. If you traded on the long side, you have hit with a stop loss. So the idea is that your mind should accept that there is a big change. So whatever you've thought of, whatever you prepared in the last day, okay, on your preparation front the last day, and if things are not falling into your code, that means that market is something, the real market is something that you have missed, and you should follow the market. So the real winner is the person who is following the market and who has really done the homework on both sides. So point number three is to work on both sides. Your mind should not be prepared for single, say, suppose, I mean, on Monday, you believe that if there is a gap down opening, I'll buy. Okay, very good. So if I say that there is a gap down opening, so it's my support point is say 10,546. And if 10,546, if I buy, I have a stop loss of say 520. Okay, I will I will not change my stop loss, number one. I will reverse my position if it sustains below 520, number two. And if it sustains below 520, what is going to be my next target on D point? So say it is like 480, 430 or 330. Okay, so 330 is something wherein every TV analyst is speaking about. So if I say there's a psychological barrier to hit that 330 mark, I believe that the system will force all those players to trade below certain point wherein the local public, the TV analyst, or any fund manager not prepared with the system may short the position for 330, and that is the point where is a false trade lying in. So I may buy that situation. I may see that there may be a gap which may not fulfill, and maybe later, say on Tuesday, it will fulfill because we have result on Tuesday. The idea is to tell you that the system will not work as we think. So if we say that if A point is mine, at the same time I have a B plan. Okay, so things should be on both sides. Okay, great. I hope my points are clear to you guys. If I miss anything, we may take it post this session. Okay, so that anybody who's attending it may not get disturbed. Have a willpower to accept the current knowledge level we possess and discipline enough to study and grow on continuous basis. Remain calm during all times, unaffected with market scenario. Okay. So if you receive a call from your girlfriend, even just don't get affected. Okay, just stay calm and have your trade in. Strength to know we don't be always correct and courage to take the steps to correct the mistake. Does not pay any attention to emotional drama of mind, dramatical sequence of television and print media. So I really actually there are traders who actually don't watch television. I do watch, but I just try to understand the dramatical situation, the sequence which every individual will follow looking at this television or print media. Okay, I love to understand these situations wherein the public is trapped. At times I keep asking you on all those groups that what you believe, what is your poll or something. It's all about getting the idea what what market thinks about. So you guys are market only. So every man has its own mind and its own mentality to trade. We have few longs, we have few shorts. If we have few people, 60, 75 people attending the session, everybody has its own trade. Few people has done long on last Friday closing, few people are short. So it's all about emotional drama. So it is healthy to understand what public, what television, what the OI or the system says. So you need that analysis, and that's where you just try to think that what is point A and what point B. Okay, to develop a quick eye on price action, not on reaction. A giant community of traders having big pockets can manipulate the stock. Accepting this fact instead of getting it scratched will help us to train our mind, being more sharper to determine the activities of manipulators. Market speaks its own future. Read and listen to it. It's very important point. Market speaks its own future. Read and listen to it. Okay, peculiar prerequisite to have qualified mind. Enough of talk to be mentally and emotionally strong. Okay, sorry for it. Be able to take the loss quickly and keep your profits running. Other similar characteristics must have in traders. It is the important point to keep your profits running, and it is very simple, guys. I mean, just don't feel that don't look at your profit screen. Just keep looking at candles. Just keep looking at averages. Okay, that will tell you the trend is intact. Don't panic. It's only that when you lose 1,000 rupees and you are earning 11,000 rupees, the first thing which strikes in your mind that at least loss is covered here. Let's cut down this profitable trade, and you don't know that that 1100 is going towards 11,000. So it's all about staying in your trade and just follow what system is saying. Much said and done on follow the trend. Look out for support and resistance. Follow the patterns. Keep an eye on divergence between price action and indicators. Everything is about money. Right mind approach. Read what market speaks. Silent the chattered cockroach. Stop the money leaks. Time and persistent efforts to read what market speaks without any distraction will doubtlessly prove you can be a winner too. Intensify your earnings will come easily. There are numerous factors that influence the market, cannot be defined in single formula, so single course of action. So if you're unable to understand what are these numerous factors, just follow the system. We have a lot of trading inbuilts. We have a lot of formulas, successful formulas. If you still believe the system, even a person who is not of this setup, not into trading or not into investing, even he can make or earn large money if he correctly follows the system. Okay, it is only at times when people get their own minds, the system fails, and we say that market is not working well. Every price movement has number of correctors, sometimes well available to all through company filings, con call sometimes. well hidden small print's agenda. Reading the lines between the lines, this is my favorite word, reading the lines between the lines. I really work on your minds. This is my setup, that I want to read your mind. I want to read what TV people are saying. I want to read what a person would do in this scenario, and I want to do really opposite. I'm ready with my A and B. If people are on A, I will turn to B. If people are on B, I'll turn to A. I have both the things. I have both the stop losses. I am always on the short side. I am always on the long side. If you ask me, being a trader, I am prepared for both sides, and that's why I make money. I don't go with single mind. That doesn't mean that, I'll buy the trade at 10 o'clock and 10:15 I am, against the trade I'm shorting. I'm not doing anything. I'm just asking the system that what you want to do. And I'm say that obviously you are OMG and I'm following you. Okay. So we have to be with the system. That is the prerequisite. And you just stay with your averages till the averages are on a long side. Don't cut down your position. It's good to have 100 shares traded a day. It's good to have one trade a day. It's good to have one trade with 10, 15 points instead of making, you know, 10 or 20 trades and making losses or paying brokerages. I'm not on that side. So probably one trade a day, do your work, be with your average, and system will tell you that please be in a trade, not in a hurry. And if it cuts to your stop losses as well, just be happy that you save your money. Okay. And what is important is to just understand what are the correct supports and resistance point. What are the real points wherein if it fails, everything is gonna go. I have been, vouching on one thing, that Dow Jones, it's really weak. And I've been saying that, 24 to 41, 24 to 41, just note that point. The moment it breaks and closes below this 24 to 41, this is going to go very low. So maybe 3,000 points below 24 to 41, maybe 21,500, 22,000. Why so? It's been 4 times. If you study that weekly charts, if you study the weekly distribution patterns, if you study that all those upward and downward overlays, you will see that something is wrong with the system, and this huge volatility. Maybe nobody know trade war which is happening. It's gonna take different shape. Nobody knows that this OPEC thing, which is gradually building negative to this oil supplying nations. Okay, the crude oil movement. Nobody knows that. I was just reading a message wherein the oil supplying countries, they are just consulting kind of thing with Modi on India imports so that they can cut down their oil production. So a lot of things are changing over a period of time. It's a revolution again when we say we will be making electric cars. We are not more dependent upon diesel or petrol cars. Okay, CNG is a big good idea. People are really comfortable about. So it's all about saving at the same time, and it's a need of our, and people will accept the change for sure, and that's where it's gonna under stress. So at the same time, I'm a firm believer. If I'm sharing an idea, just to share this, everybody's there. I am good on airlines, so we know that it's a time-saving thing, and everyone would be traveling through airlines if the distance is more than 200 kilometers. And we all know that it is all about time, and it's something that the price or the ATF prices are hitting the sector. Otherwise, this is going to go good over a period of time. Okay, we know that we travel through Vistara, profitable. We travel through Indigo, SpiceJet, profitable. These are all economy. Why? Because we are not ready with the crude. We are not ready with the ATF prices. We are not ready on the policies. But I believe that post this, if BJP wins again, there should be some policy on this, and this sector is gonna rock. So in that case, I believe, I think short term we have Jet Airways. We tested 177 on a high side, 800, 800. It's all about short term stress, but long term it's going to affect because the dependency on oil will be shifted to electric cars. and this oil will be well manageable with under $50. I think things gonna go good for airlines. So the idea is to have your long-term plans, short-term plans. At the same time, you should have all picture in your mind, all your pivot points, that if these points are broken, the trend will change. So that will only happen if you choose one script. You don't need to trade all the market, all 8,000 scripts listed on BSE, NSE, or local exchanges. The idea is to get one script you are bullish about. Maybe it's Tata Steel, maybe it's Reliance Industries, anything. Okay, that one script should be traded so well that you are well versed with all those points which judges the strength and weakness of that counter, and that's where you make money. So my favorite script is, say, SBI and Canara Bank. SBI is a backbone of PSU sector, and I believe a lot of mergers or pumping or government will certainly support this. So we have bottom 250, we have upside 300. Very good trade. So in any case, say suppose you're panicking about, say, I mean, you're buying 1,000 shares, you have 2,50,000 rupees. You know that, if it is, if you buy on fall, at the end, if market recovers, even this will recover with 1,000 rupees. Or over a period of time, say 6 months, 10 months, or 2 years down the line, government will pump in liquidity into the system, and these banks will certainly work, and there is a lot of change which is being done into these banking system. So the idea is to get one script, study one script. If you are confused, if you don't have time, study technically, study fundamentally. Technically, if I'm talking about, you should know monthly, you should know weekly, you should know daily. And if you're a trader, it's effortless trade. I mean, you trade 10 paisa, 20 paisa, 30 paisa, you take 10, 20, 30 trades, you make hell lot of money. It's all about getting the support buy and selling the resistances. Okay, and that is well drawn. We have been teaching about this. Deepa can take another session on this, and she knows well the resistance and the support levels, and that will work out. And all those traders who are weak to really judge the good support and resistance point, the bounces are well played on oversold averages, and you can do this even with 20,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees. Why I am saying so? Say suppose if say SPI is standing at 277, and I know that 268 is a very good support, and on Monday if Nifty gaps down, okay, say 100 points, 150 points, and we see all of a sudden support points at 268, 267, there is an opportunity to trade in options. You buy 280 call options, say 4 rupees 10 paisa. You buy 234. 268 will see certainly a bounce at the good support point to 269, 270. Okay, a technical bounce, and 410 option call sells at 440, 450, 460. You make that 40 paisa with 2-3 lots. Okay, and just calculate the return. I mean, the option trading on supports, on the momentum, it's really very good. That 25,000 can be turned into 2,50,000 if you had that willpower to control yourself, and if you're buying the true and correct points. Okay, so just choose one. I've taken a lot of time on this slide, sorry. Who can be a successful intraday trader? A day trading success comes from absolute non-divergence, concentration on price action, and study of reaction of volumes at that price. So when we say reaction of volumes, that means I am talking about the herd, the load, the people, the community which is actually watching the TV screens, the people who really want to crush all those traders who are watching the screens, the people who are not disciplined. Okay, they are crushed. Certainly people who believe that they know anything, everything, okay, without doing any homework, they are crushed in this market. Okay, so you really need to judge reaction of volumes and where public or the local psychology or the unprepared minds standing. Giving average time to by reading end of day data, by browsing some apps, looking at what traders are doing or social media, or calling the broker for quick chat to find out what is market doing in short recipe of failure, intraday transaction, and depressed trader. See, you really need to work, okay? And it's not about guessing things. It's about working on things. You need to take time. It really kills in when you earn your salary a month, and at the same time you're betting next day on second or third, and you lose most of your money. And that's a really depressing thing, and your rest of the month goes out. So you trade with 10,000, 20,000, but have your strategy in so that you have another day to recover, and you believe that system will give you that money. But just guessing or believing someone, it's really cheating yourself, because it is not justifiable. The art of trading can't be learned from far end and discounted approach. A continuous, non-interrupted touch with markets, along with an efforts to find reasons of where analysis went wrong, is the first and foremost step in the journey of intraday traders. So there will be many things wherein you prepared and you are wrong. It's not studying one book and giving a question paper and you're topping it. No, it's not about that. It's studying a basic, and then you are asked a question that, if you're given a situation and situation turns immediately. It's all about your reaction. It's all about your control. It's all about how you prepare if you have failed in a trade. Okay, so money management, along with the competency of working independently, having the fixed agenda on mind to practice day in, day out, plus self-encourager who can keep the laziness at the bay, can have a chance to see the light in arena of day trading. Self-encourager. Guys, there have been time when I lost money, okay, and I really felt bad, and I was not accepting other things, or maybe it's only about it. You just go back to the system, you see other people losing and coming back, and that's where you fall and you stand. You learn that what have you done which is wrong, and what has given you that hit, and you should not repeat that mistakes. It's not that I'm lucky about I understand everything, and I make money every day. It's not that. Even I lose money, but I don't repeat mistake. But at the same time, even I am sometimes unable to control my mind, and I lose again. But I know that I've lost just because of my foolishness, but still I repeat my mistake, because we are human minds, and we have tendency, and you cannot be right every day, right? So every day is a new learning day, because system changes. I mean, the formulas changes, the setup changes, even the manipulators, the operators, they suck you. I mean, they understand that what a basic trading rule book would be. So that means a basic trader would see and understand, and giving that paper, he changes the question paper. And if you're not prepared to you answer those situations, then that means you're a loser. The whole idea is to learn every day, to stay intact, to stay in this Gurukul, to stay in this trading terminology, to just pump Deepa to help you every day. She has been reading a lot of articles, a lot of books, and just loading all those books on trading terminology blog. But I hardly see anyone who just come up with query and just ask Puneet, Deepa, just tell us, we are not able to understand this. And see, we really don't want to be a tip giver, okay? I don't feel good when a trade go into loss. But the idea is, even you can trade, you can convert that loss situation into profit situation, when you know that this trade will turn into loss if this particular average or particular pivot converts. And you should come up that, Puneet, the situation has changed. We should trade on a shorter side. That is healthier situation. That we 1,500 traders are watching one particular screen, okay, one particular setup, and that is helping everyone making profit. We are here to make profit from institutions, from domestic institutions, from large players, from manipulators. We are not here to make profit from each other. Okay, guys, this is non-profitable, and we are helping to help each other. Okay, can focus on what required and defocus from what is irrelevant. It is very correct. Defocus what is irrelevant. What Anil Singhvi says, we don't care. What Mitali says, don't care. Anyone who's sitting on television, we don't care. We care for the situation which is affected from that information. Okay, so keep that in mind. For us, system is God, and we are really gonna see what changes that information gives. Okay, what is going to happen, we don't know. Okay, so if Anil Singhvi on Z Business say that this has happened, this will happen, and he's true on the side, I think he should not sit on the channel. Okay, so we would see what change that information brings, and we will follow the system because system is always correct. Noble work of trading. Short-term traders are like fruit sellers. Fruit seller, they choose the current seasonal fruit. Short-term trader look out the current liquid stock to trade on. One thing you should keep that in mind, that we are looking for trades which are into momentum, trades which are highly liquid and highly volatile, because that is something which will cut short our emotions. The more we wait on screen, the more emotions will pump in into our minds. So highly liquid, top 10 movers, top 10 losers, we welcome them. Okay, so there are innumerable tactics we use, and in our following lectures, we'll define them one by one. It is our duty to adopt the strategy that fits best as per temperament style of trading. Sneak peek of how we scream money in our trading room. Okay, we actually scream for money. Okay, precise chart settings, that is prerequisite. Okay, interpreted charts, preparation of pre-market study must, execution of trades, identify the stocks that fit particular strategy and market, because every stock has its own beta when we compare it to Nifty, okay, the main index. So it is really a not workable idea if you apply one strategy to every stock. It won't work. Okay, find the most liquid counters to trade on. We need it because if we are trading on options, at times there is huge gap. You will find that the stock has moved to some certain level, but the option is not moving because it is lacking the liquidity. Scan and more scans. We have a lot of free scanners available. uh, you can find that chartsinc.com. We have stock lot of apps as well. Okay, stock edge as well, so you can search on that. Keeping tab on fundamentals, corporate action, and compliances, it is also necessary. We have seen, companies are good but they're falling. There is no fundamental change but they're falling. Okay, so if you're talking about fundamentals, we are talking about top 10 market cap companies. That could be TCS, that can be Bajaj Auto, that can be Reliance. But if you're talking about fundamentals, even Infibeam, PC Jewelers, there was Bakrangi, there was no change in fundamentals, but the prices have fallen very sharply. So it was all about corporate governance. Okay, so at times fundamentals will be very attractive. It gives you an attractive valuations. But my point here is to say that if our charts are saying things are not good on a longer run, fundamentals can be changed. It can be tricky. Okay, and it can give you different situations, but technical never lie. And if you're a true believer of technicals, if you combine and mix that halwa of fundamentals and technicals, things are on positive sides. What is important for us is corporate governance and the compliances part. Okay, no parameter takes a backseat in our trading room. That's the reason every day our money gets zoom and boom. Great. So let's come up to few strategies. A lot of